Hey, what's up, everybody? I want to talk to you about a concept called reverse discipline. And this is a way, if you are somebody that perfectionism is something that you struggle with, having to get everything perfect, and you feel like unless you do everything perfect, you are a failure, and that you're not able to do the things that you know that you should because you have things that you distract yourself with on your list. Here's the deal. If you're somebody that is constantly cleaning the house, doing chores, not building your business, neglecting your family because of the things that you should do, you need to do what's called reverse discipline. Discipline yourself to not make your bed. Discipline yourself to not pick up the floor. Discipline yourself to not do the dishes. Discipline yourself to not go to the gym. Discipline yourself to not do those things, because you see, if you're somebody that does those things because you're worried of getting in trouble, making a mistake, getting punished if you're not doing it, you are actually not disciplined. You are feeding the filter that is keeping you stuck where you are and not doing the things that you want to do. If you sacrifice the things that you want to do in your life, that you're going after for your destiny because of the should-dos that culture is telling you to do, discipline yourself to not do the things that you should do, that they say that you should do, or that you learned patterns from growing up. We have these patterns maybe that come from, maybe you grew up with a chore chart with gold stars that went up there, that when you did everything, you couldn't, go play outside until you did your chores. Doing that and raising kids with that actually brings harm mentally. And it brings about adults that don't go after their dreams because they feel like they aren't adequate enough to do them because they haven't done everything perfect. You need to break perfectionism and break the stronghold and the addiction to getting stuff done. The addiction to everything has to be perfect or I'm worthless. The addiction to feeding the lie filter in your head that's telling you that you're not allowed to go after your destiny unless you get everything perfect. Stop it. Reverse discipline. Learn this practice. This is actually something that my wife has taught me, and she is incredible at it. Today, I wanted to watch a football game. The last 4 weeks, I've been wanting to watch football, but I've been distracting myself with chores around the house. So I've actually been neglecting what I wanted to do chores, when in fact she's like, no, you know what? You can clean the dishes and do the cabinets and do the toilet after you watch your football game, because you are actually feeding into the lie that has been keeping you stuck by saying, oh, I can't watch my football game unless I clean the toilets, unless I do the dishes. And some of you right now, you're hearing me right now, and this is triggering you, and you feel like a burning inside of you, and even an anger that I'm saying this. You're feeling angry that I'm putting this out there to people, that I'm saying to not make your bed, to not discipline yourself. Here's the goal. Here's the truth. Do what you want because you chose to, not because you have to. And stop giving up the power to the choice of going after your destiny, to the limbic response of fear of punishment. Stop giving up the choice of your destiny to the manifestation of your addiction to checking things off your checklist. You have to break free from that addiction. It's as addictive as drugs, as alcohol, as all of that. That addiction that says, I have to get everything done. Break free from it. Gold stars don't help anybody. Stop doing everything to get validation from other people. Stop doing things to get praise from other people. Stop doing things to hear people say, good job, or you're a good boy. Or sometimes people are afraid of God saying, well done, good and faithful servant. And they don't go after the very thing that God put on their heart to go after in their life, because they fear that if they don't do the thing that somebody said to do in a prophetic word 10 years ago, that God is going to punish them. I'm here to tell you this. God has never been disappointed in you your entire life. You can't do anything to disappoint God at all. Stop doing things just for the manifestation of punishment avoidance and start to choose to do and live your life based on what you want to do. And when you bring those things into alignment with your destiny and with the divine call of God in your life, listen, I am not talking about going out there and bringing harm to people, hurting other people, and doing bad things. If you're hearing me saying that, that's a reflection of you based on what you want to hear me say and has nothing to do with the words that came out of my mouth. Go after your destiny. Go after your goals. Even if you have somebody that is telling you and using fear and manipulation that you are not allowed to do so, or you have a voice in your head that says, well, I can't do it until I get everything perfect, or I earn the right, or I earn the platform to do it. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody. You don't have to validate yourself to anybody. You don't have to validate yourself, and you will never be able to validate yourself enough to go after your destiny. God has never been disappointed in you, and there's nothing that you can do that will validate or invalidate you enough to make you less worthy of God's love. Choose what you're going to do. Choose to go after your destiny. Choose to go after the call that God has on your life. Choose to put one foot in front of the other with faith and do the thing that you are terrified of. Even if you're terrified to do reverse discipline and to not do the things that everybody is telling you that you should do for fear that you're going to make a mistake, for fear that you're going to be led astray, for fear that you're going to hurt your life or something, whatever it is. I don't know what your thing is. I don't know what your thing is. Those were some fears that I had in me, and I'm telling you, I broke it. You need to break it. I'm actively breaking it right now. Use reverse discipline, and sometimes it might just start by not cleaning the house, not making your bed, not doing the things, and discipline yourself to choose to not do those things, because if choosing to not do it is actually the thing that you're terrified of, then that is a sign that your ego is at a place where you need to do that to take back control and authority of your life and stop giving up the power of your life to other people's opinions and the validation of other people, and choose based on what you hear and the connection with God that you have, that you know where you're going, and nobody, not a single person, could get you off track based on their opinions. Grow your life, everybody, and we'll talk.